Hey everybody, welcome to Entrepreneurial Edge. Today we're diving into the incredible journey of Robert Downey Jr. From his early days in Hollywood to becoming Iron Man, here are 15 things you might not know about RDJ. Alright, first up, let's address the elephant in the room. We all know Robert's had his struggles, right? Arrests, addiction, the whole 9 yards. But he didn't let it define him. He went to rehab, turned his life around, and in 2015, received a full pardon from the governor of California. Talk about a comeback story. When you make it big in Hollywood, you gotta have the house to match, right? RDJ does not disappoint. In 2017, he dropped $14 million on 2 incredible properties, a beachfront Malibu mansion and a sprawling estate in the Hamptons. This guy knows how to live. You know what they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Robert was practically born into the movie biz. His dad, Robert Downey Jr., was a filmmaker, and little Robert landed his first acting gig at age 5 in his dad's movie Pound. Okay, so we talked about Robert's comeback, but his journey hasn't always been smooth sailing. Some struggles started early on. At just 6 years old, Robert was introduced to marijuana by his own father. It's heartbreaking and played a role in his later struggles with addiction. After his parents' divorce, Robert moved to California with his dad, but school wasn't his jam. At 17, he dropped out of high school and moved to New York City to chase his acting dreams. Talk about gutsy. But hey, it worked out for him, right? Picture this. It's the 80s. You're a young, aspiring actor in Hollywood, and you're sharing an apartment with Kiefer Sutherland. Before they were huge stars, Robert and Kiefer were roommates for 3 years. Imagine the stories those walls could tell. Now, we all know Robert's happily married to Susan Downey, but did you know he was once in a long-term relationship with Sarah Jessica Parker? They dated for 7 years after meeting on the set of Firstborn, but Robert's struggles with addiction took their toll, and they eventually called it quits. Let's talk about the power of second chances. After years of legal battles and struggling with addiction, it was tough for Robert to get work in Hollywood. But then, Mel Gibson stepped in. He vouched for Robert and even paid his insurance bond so he could star in the 2003 film The Singing Detective. That movie was a turning point, putting him back on the map. You know you've made it when you're on Family Guy, right? Robert's a fan, and he reached out to Seth MacFarlane because his son was a huge fan of the show. He landed a guest role. In 2006, he voiced Patrick Pewterschmidt, Lois Griffin's mentally unstable brother. How cool is that? Dad goals right there. We all know Robert loves his fast cars, right? His all-time favorite? The Audi R8. He's such a fan, he even drove one in Iron Man. But that's not all. Robert's car collection is seriously impressive. We're talking a vintage 1970 Boss 302 Mustang, a sleek Ferrari California, and a Nissan GT-R. Let's talk love. Robert's love story with his wife Susan is like something out of a movie. They met on the set of Gothica in 2003 and sparks flew. Robert was still married to his first wife Deborah Falconer at the time. He knew Susan was the one, and after finalizing his divorce, he popped the question. They tied the knot in 2005 and have been going strong ever since. Okay, let's be real. We all want to know how much Iron Man makes, right? Robert Downey Jr. was the highest paid actor in the world in both 2013 and 2015. We're talking $75 million in 2013 and $80 million in 2015. That's a lot of Iron Man suits. So, you know how Iron Man always looks tall and imposing on screen? Well, Robert's a bit height challenged. To compete with his taller co-stars like Gwyneth Paltrow, he wears special high-heeled boots that give him a few extra inches. Before he was Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. was on Saturday Night Live. He was a cast member for one chaotic season in 1985. The season got terrible ratings, and Rolling Stone even called them the worst SNL cast ever. But here's the kicker. He was the first SNL alum to be nominated for a Best Actor Oscar for his role in Chaplin. Talk about bouncing back. Last but not least, let's talk about Robert's impressive salary negotiation skills. For the first Iron Man movie, he was paid $500,000. By Iron Man 3, he was raking in $50 million. Talk about knowing your worth. And there you have it, folks. 15 things you might not have known about Robert Downey Jr. From his wild ride in Hollywood to his incredible comeback story, this guy's a true inspiration. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more amazing content. Thanks for watching.